Good day, folks. Sean here from Air Photography. So, 2023 is coming to an end, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to look back at some of the gear that I reviewed this year, some of my favorite tech. We had some pretty incredible releases this year, both when it comes to cameras, action cameras, and drones. The innovation this year with some of these gadgets are pretty impressive. So let's start off here with the Pocket 3. DJI released this about a month ago, and it has come a long way from the original model. The Pocket 2 had some pretty significant changes, but the changes with the Pocket 3 were even more drastic. This year we got a 1-inch sensor in it, and we've got this nice big large rotatable screen. You can easily switch back and forth between vertical and horizontal video, so if you're a person who uploads to social media quite a bit, it's very convenient in that aspect. Or if you're a person who films in a lot of low light scenarios, just due to the mechanical gimbal and its 1-inch sensor, this thing does a great job in low light situations. Now, truth be told, I'm a person who prefers to film with an action camera, but there is a lot of use, and I will be getting a lot of use out of this in some upcoming projects that I have. Mainly for the fact that this has active track, so I can set it down and have it follow me around. It's going to be great for a new project that I'm working on for next summer. I'm going to be opening up a dedicated outdoor channel. I'm going to be doing some vlogging and sharing some of my outdoor adventures, such as camping, canoeing, and having a camera that can follow me around while I'm performing different tasks is going to be a great addition to my kit. I've been really pleased with it. Definitely some great tech from DJI. So let's go to the next item here. This is the Hover Air X1. I actually reviewed this back in the summertime, and again I should mention I'll include all my reviews down in the description of this video if you'd like to watch the full reviews of these products. Now, I was a little apprehensive about this when they reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to take a look at it. It wasn't something I was really terribly excited about at first because I kind of looked at it as just a gimmicky little toy. But once I received it and started testing it out, it actually turned out to be quite the opposite. Now, this is definitely not going to replace something like a Mavic drone, a DJI drone, but there definitely is a place for this in my workflow. This thing, as you can see, is tiny, it's lightweight, you can stick it in your pocket, so it's easy to take along with you. It's very inobtrusive when flying it, and it's probably one of the most quickest drones to deploy. You just basically power it on, set what mode you want it in, and it will perform that various task and then come back to you. So a drone like this is not great for capturing cinematic footage, but it's perfect for capturing B-roll, especially when you got a lot of people around. It's very safe because the propellers are all enclosed, and it's just great for capturing quick little clips. This drone can even follow you. I actually demonstrated that in my full review, and it actually did a pretty good job. So definitely some tech I was pleased with and I use on a regular basis. So next, let's talk about action cameras. This year, Insta360 released the Ace Pro. They also released the Go 3 earlier this summer. And most recently, they've released it in a black variant, so you now have the choice whether you want it in white or black. And this is a really cool camera in the fact that it comes apart. So you have a small wearable camera that's not going to get in your way when you're trying to capture point of view shots. Or if you want, you can put it back in the base, and then you basically have an action camera. It features a flip-up screen so you can easily get a preview of what you're filming. But the really cool thing about this camera is when you have the camera mounted somewhere, you can use just the base as a remote and a preview. You can power the camera on when it's not connected, as you can see there. And you can see we can get a wireless preview. So that can be very handy in some scenarios. So a really cool product from Insta360. And of course, as mentioned, they released the Ace Pro this year. And I really like this camera because they've added a lot of interesting innovations, stuff we just haven't seen on action cameras. Again, this camera features a nice large fold-out screen, so it makes it easy to line up and frame your shots. It has superior low-light capabilities. You can pause recording. You can export just highlights over to your phone or tablet. You don't have to import the whole large video. Just a lot of really cool innovations that make my workflow a lot easier when using it. Now moving back to drones here, another great drone that we got this year from DJI is the Mini 4 Pro. This drone is actually pretty incredible for its size. If you're a person who needs to fly a sub 250 gram drone due to regulations in your country, or you just want a nice, quiet, minimal drone that you can travel with, you no longer have to sacrifice features and quality. The images and video you can capture with the Mini 4 Pro are absolutely stunning. Plus it has all the intelligent flight features that DJI's more higher end drones have, such as tracking, master shots. You can even create waypoints with this tiny little drone. Then, of course, we also got the Air 3, which is another incredible drone DJI released this year. This drone is great in the fact that if you want to take a step up from something like their mini drone, you can go to the Air 3. And for most people, it's more than adequate, and it's going to save you a lot of money than stepping right up to something like the Mavic 3 series. I was fortunate enough to have both these drones with me out on the East Coast this summer. I spent 6 weeks out in Newfoundland and was able to capture some incredible footage from both drones. I ended up flying the Mini 4 Pro a little bit more just because in Canada here, the sub 250 gram drone regulations are a little bit more lax. Some of the rugged coastlines I wanted to capture, there was no really easy way to get at them. So I had to send the Mini 4 out even a little bit beyond visual line of sight, which we can do here in Canada, as long as we do it in a safe manner. On top of that, a lot of the places I was flying was in and around St. John's. I was within that airport bubble. Again, the Mini 4 Pro was the only option I had to fly in those locations. So the Mini 4 Pro ended up becoming a very valuable tool to me this year. So yeah, folks, just a quick little video going over some of my favorite tech that I've reviewed this year. I'm really excited to see what 2024 brings. There's already some rumors and hints floating around of what could be coming, which is pretty exciting. I want to thank you for all the support this year, all of those who have watched my videos, commented, and hit the like button. It's always truly appreciated. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. It's always greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.